How's it going, guys? Mr. Holton here, and today I've got something really cool to show you. As most of you know, the 7th of November, which was yesterday, was also N7 Day, which is the day when we celebrate the Mass Effect universe. And at first, the day started off being pretty meh. And as the day went on, I kept feeling more and more disappointed that we never got anything from Bioware. But then I went to bed, and oh boy. Now look at this. This is our first official poster of the next Mass Effect, or colloquially known as Mass Effect 4 or 5. Now let's analyze the hell out of this picture. Yeah? So the first thing we can see here is this strange crater with a blue center that first told me that this is probably an Element 0 mine or something. But as I kept looking at the picture, I started realizing the entire crater is in the outline of a Geth. Wait, what? Yeah, look at these cracks to the left and right. These clearly represent the light or glare that their flashlight-looking heads give off. And then you have this smaller crater here, which obviously represents one of the smaller flashlights that the Geth tend to have. And if this is the representation of an actual Geth, then this must be a unique one, because the flashlights are usually located up above the main flashlight and not below. Okay, so we know that this represents a Geth, but we also see the unmistakably white profile of a ship from above. As we zoom in, we can see that the text says SFX, which may be the new ship's designation, sort of like the SR-1 or SR-2. SFX is also the short form of Science Fiction X, which was the original title for Mass Effect before it was named Mass Effect. And this could mean more than we think it does. Anyway, as we look closer, we see 4 individuals coming out of the ship. To the left, there's obviously a Krogan. Curiously, this Krogan has red armor. And who's the Krogan we know that has red armor? The other 3 individuals are harder to make out, but I'll assume that the one on the front is Liara, as the armor is noticeably whiter and the head looks blue. Behind what I assume is Liara would have to be the new protagonist or writer. The head looks a little bit too big, which tells me that this is a helmet. The figure to the right is equally hard to make out, but as it looks grayish in color, it's probably a Turian or a Salarian. This squad could be the very same squad that we saw in the teaser. But now let's move up a bit. There's one more thing I want to show you, and that's this thing right here. At first I couldn't make it out at all, but after realizing that the entire crater is in the shape of a Geth, I realized that this thing must be a Geth as well. It looks like it's lying flat out on the ground, buried in the sand. Okay, so what does all this mean? The hell if I know. My mind has been racing a billion miles per hour since this came out yesterday. But the very first thing that comes to mind, at least to me, is that the Geth will have a major role in the next Mass Effect. Will they be the villains? I don't think so. We already fought them in Mass Effect 1 and 2 and 3 even, and then we subsequently helped them becoming truly intelligent. So why would they just again switch sides to become just like their heretic counterparts again? That doesn't make sense. And since we already dealt with artificial intelligence as the main antagonists, I don't feel like this is something that we want to see again. Then we have this Krogan dude who I am suspecting to be Rex, because who else has red armor that's also Krogan? But this also begs the question, who are the other 2 individuals? Is this a new protagonist or is it Ryder? If it's Ryder, then it's strange if this game takes place 600 years or more into the future, because that's the length of time the Arcs took to travel to Andromeda. We know that Krogan traditionally lived to be over 1,000 years, with Drac being the most obvious example as he's 1400 years old. So maybe it's Rex at the end of his life. It's impossible to say here. Anyway, I don't think that this is Ryder though, in the middle. Something tells me that this is the new protagonist, because if this is Liara and Rex, then why would they go around the galaxy searching for something? The search for Shepard theory is starting to come to mind more and more, don't you think? And where the hell is this? If we look at the sides of the poster, it looks like snow, so it might be the same planet as they showed in the teaser trailer. Oh, and just a side note, I don't think this ship is the next Normandy. Rather, it looks more like a scout ship that you may be able to deploy from the main ship, because it's not even half the size of the Normandy. Or maybe I'm wrong, and maybe we won't have a crew this time and it's only our squad mates piloting the ship. Maybe it is this small. Maybe this entire poster is Bioware teasing us that we're going back to the roots of Mass Effect. Just this summer, we had Mass Effect Legendary Edition releasing, Science Fiction X on the ship, Liara and Rex, the Geth. It almost feels like Bioware is trying to do their best at grabbing all of the old fans and bringing them back. And I think they're doing a great job so far. Alright, that's all I got today, guys. What do you think this means? Let me know all your theories down below in the comment section. And as always, have a great day, guys. Mr. Holton, signing out.